Hi, my name is Ellie. I am one half of Just Souls, and today this is our 3-minute trail video all about the Croagh Patrick Heritage Trail. The Croagh Patrick Heritage Trail is a 60-kilometre linear trail starting in Balla and ending in Murrisk, County Mayo. We walked it over 3 days as part of the Croagh Patrick Heritage Trail Walking Festival, a festival that takes place every March around St. Patrick's Day. The money raised during this festival is for Croagh, the Irish Heart Disease and Stroke Charity. It was our 20th trail when walking all 42 of the National Waymark Trails of Ireland. On day 1, the trail left the village of Balla and headed through some gorgeous woodland. We stopped a handful of times to talk about heritage in the area, including Balla's beautiful broken round tower and Holy Well. The walking that day consisted mostly of woodland, fields and a few back roads. It was the shortest day of walking, covering about 17 kilometres. That day ended at Ballintubber Abbey, a beautiful building founded in 1216. Day 2 saw us leave Ballintubber and head for Accommodation. This is the longest day of the walk at about 27 kilometres. We stopped multiple times during the day for water and food breaks. The walking that day consisted mostly of bog and forest trails and would have been extremely nice had it not been for the terrible weather. Most of the day was spent with wet feet and low visibility. One of the highlights of the day was the Boho Stone. Brian, the local historian, told us that the Boho Stone is situated at a point where you can see the sun rolling down the slope of Croagh Patrick twice a year, April 21st and August 9th. If there had been a little less rain, I can imagine that the views of the area would have been wonderful. We started day 3 in Accommodation. The weather on the last day of the trail cleared up quite a bit. Most of the walking that day was a long road, until about the last 3 or 4 kilometres. We began to get some incredible views across Croagh Bay as the sky grew clearer and clearer, crossing open mountainside and walking over the shoulder of Croagh Patrick itself. The trail ends about 20 metres from a pub in Murrisk, so it was a natural endpoint for many of the group, ourselves included. The National Waymark Trails are designed to be walked in either direction. However, if you were to do this trail, we would recommend walking it in the same direction that we did, from Balla to Murrisk, as this whole trail is about following the heritage surrounding St. Patrick and Croagh Patrick, the mountain itself, until you arrive at the foot of the mountain. Doing the trail as part of a walking festival was a really great idea, and I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone from the walking festival for being so accommodating to us. Doing the walking festival costs around €20 for a single day or €50 for the whole 3 days, and all the money goes to Croagh. The Croagh Patrick Heritage Trail is a high quality trail with around 2/5 off-road and extremely rich in heritage. We found that it was reasonably low difficulty, and the difficulty that was there was mainly due to the weather. Hiking boots and good waterproof gear were certainly necessary for the bog sections of day 2 and crossing the shoulder of Croagh Patrick on day 3. There are accommodation options in Ballintubber and at the foot of Croagh Patrick. There is daily public transport to Balla, the town we started the trail in, with some small, infrequent bus routes servicing the other villages. I'll have all our information about public transport and accommodation, as well as our full-length blog post, our full video, and anything else I can find that will be relevant for this trail linked in the description. Please check it out. These videos are brought to you by the wonderful people who support us on Patreon. Through their support, this channel is able to keep going, so I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of them. This week, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Shawnee Ryan, Renata Lang and Tempest Frangit. We really appreciate your support and everybody who supports on Patreon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.